Hi all, in today's video we're going to be going over the checkup from last lesson regarding asking you to sketch the following trigonometric graphs. So you'll see here I've asked you 4 questions in order to try and sketch. Okay, the first 2 is trying to use the sine function and sketching 2 versions of that, and the second question is asking you to sketch 2 versions of the cosine function. Okay, so if you were part of the lesson previously and you've watched the video on how to sketch both of these versions, hopefully you've managed to try these 4 questions and you can watch this video to see the solutions. So we're going to draw the first one here, which is y equals 3 sine x. Okay, so the first thing I do is, if I've got my axis set out like this, I am going to use key points to help me. Okay, and the key points to help me is at 0 degrees, 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 270 degrees, and 360 degrees. Okay, and that's really going to help me draw the sign. So the first thing to do, okay, is let's draw in our key points. So 90 degrees will go there, 180 degrees will go there, 270 degrees will go there, and 360 degrees will go there. Okay, so I've got my key points in. Now all I'm going to draw is I'm going to draw the sine function. I'm not going to worry about my heights at the minute. Okay, I'm just going to draw what the sine function looks like. So the sine function starts at 0, and when it gets to 90 degrees it gets to the top. Okay, so we know it's curved, so it's going to curve like this. Then after it gets to the top at 90, it then comes back down so that it goes back down to 0 when it's at 180 degrees. It then continues that curve round to 270 downwards and then back up to 360. So that's the second thing I would do, is I'm just drawing my sines curve. Then I need to put the values here. Now the normal sine function has a height of 1 and negative 1. However, if we put a 3 in it, so the number in front of it tells us what those heights change to. So it would go up to positive 3 there, and it would be negative 3. Now those were the key informations I was looking at when marking your work. I was looking at, did you draw the curve properly? Did you have the correct heights, so 3, negative 3, and also did you label your axis with the right information? So I'm looking to see 90, 180, so on. Okay, so that was the first one drawn. We're going to move on to the second one. So the second one, very similar, is going to be y equals, but this time 7 sine x. So again, what we do is we'll label our axis. So we're going to have 90 degrees there, start off with 0, and we'll have 180, 270, and 360 degrees. Okay, so there are all my key points. And again, I'm drawing the sine function, so that's a very loopy version actually, but you can see it has the same pattern as the other one. Yeah, it looks a bit ice cream conish at the top. Not conish, looks like a big scoop of ice cream at the top there, but it's very hard to do on this pad that I've got. So again, got my sine function, got my key bits of data, got it cut in the axis at the right places, and its heights at the right places, so height at 90, lowest part at 270, and I need to put on my numbers. Okay, so because it was 7 sine x, it's negative 7 there, and negative 7 at its lowest. Okay, so those were the 2 sine functions I was asking you to draw. We're going to move down and look at the 2 cosine functions. Again, it's going to be a very similar process. We're just going to make sure we're drawing a cosine graph. So the first one I asked you to draw was 10 cos x. So again, start off at 0, put in our key values. So we've got 90 degrees there, 180 degrees there, 270 degrees, and 360 degrees. So I've got my key points. I now need to draw the cos graph. So the cos graph actually starts at the tallest part there. So it's going to start up here. Then at 90 degrees it hits 0. So it comes down, hits 0, and then continues to go down, curve at 180 at the bottom, starts to go back up at 270, and then at 360 it's getting back to its height. Okay, so we've got like a sort of U-shaped curve with a cos graph. Okay, so I've got my key points there. I now need to just put in my values of 10 and negative 10 because it was 10 in front of the cos graph. Okay, so that's what I was looking for that one. And we'll move on to the last one. The last one should be quite quick now. It was 0.8 cos x. Now you can see, even though I've got heights different here, okay, sketch means that we're just wanting the key data for what this would look like. You can see my axes are always the same. I'm just putting the data on to suit my question. Okay, so we've got 90 degrees there, 180 degrees there, 270 degrees there, and 360 degrees there. Okay, so again, cos starts at the top, comes down at 90 to 0, curves down all the way at the bottom at 180, curls back up at 270, and then curves going back to the top at 360. And the only thing that's different this time is my heights will be 0.8 and negative 0.8. So that's what I was looking for. Please watch this video, make sure you've copied down the solutions as I went through it. So if you need to go back and pause it and re-watch bits, please do that. That's the method I use when sketching curves like this. Okay, I get my axis sorted, I put the key data that I need, and then I draw a nice curve, and then I worry about the heights after to make sure that I've got my heights suiting my question. Okay, thank you for watching.